Hello and welcome back. So this morning we went up to St Catherine's Hospice up at Wolley. Very damp, bit of snow on the ground, but we have to support these local meets, otherwise they'll end and then we'll have nowhere to go. So Andy Heaton with his Quantum came along, and our good friend Steve Burgess, who's been poorly recently, decided it was time for him to get out and about, and we had a nice little trip out. It was the first time I'd used a car in anger since putting the twin 40 carburetors on, so it was about a 12-mile journey, so it was a good test for it, which it run great. A little bit of jumping, but a bit of fine tweaking, and we sorted that out when we got back. So there was quite a few cars there, nowhere near as many as usual, but anyway, let's just jump straight back on. But my favourite car there was this 300 SL, which is the first car featured. Absolutely unbelievable and worth quite a lot of money. But the condition you'll see is just fantastic. So off to the meet. Okay, so this is the lovely 1950s Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. It's not probably everybody's favourite colour, but it really did suit the vehicle. As you'll see from the next slide, the engine bay, 6-cylinder, was absolutely immaculate. Really, really nice car, extremely well finished. Every panel fitted, proper restored. Now, the driver, who actually isn't the owner, informed us that it used to belong to Chris Evans, the radio DJ. This vehicle was one of his selections. How true that is, I don't know. But everywhere you looked on it, it was absolutely brilliant. Even the back overriders were all sculptured out, as you can just see there. Just proper quality built engineering of the 50s. Left-hand drive. Not a great deal of mileage. It's very difficult to get a picture of the inside, but it was just stunning. Everything, you know, even had twin coils on it. It was just really, really well finished off, and I don't think I'll ever afford one. The guy who drove it said it's worth about £1.7 million. The Mercedes-Benz local guy was there, and he said he'd spend about £1 million on one that just needs restoring, so I'll probably tend to believe him, but it was absolutely stunning. Just next to that, there's this lovely Mark III Triumph Spitfire. That was in a dark blue. It's great to see these cars out in the weather, you know, even though there's salt on the road, people just wash them off and carry on. But yeah, it's a nice little early, I think it's a Mark II, I'm not sure, I'm not really up to them on the Spitfire, but really nice car. I've seen it a few times here. Then we're down to the XJ Jaguar. There was two of these. I'm not sure what engine was in this one, but the one next to it was my friend Bob's son's V8 one, which he's selling. But they were both really, really nice cars. Two different colour metallic reds. The S plate there, S45, is for sale. Shortly, he's done a lot of recommissioning work underneath, had all the wheels done, suspension, whatnot. So says it drives lovely. Next to that was a MG Rover 45. In a metallic blue. Had a few little dints on it, but for a 51 plate it was in absolutely fantastic condition. And you don't see many of them these days, you know. And then there's another rare car, an Austin Princess 2 in black. Looks a bit high on suspension, but maybe just been pumped up and settled down. This was the 2-litre model. You don't see very many of them. They're a bit of a Marmite car, I suppose. You either love them or hate them, but it was in very good condition. There was no visible signs of rust on the top. Quite straight as well, being black to show every mark up. So it was nice to see. It really was. Next to that's a bit of a modern S-type Jaguar 57 plate. Again, nice to see. These are coming collectible now. Just moving down the line, there's this nice Snowberry white MGB GT 1972-73. Seen this many a time. It's a beautiful car, really suits the mini light wheels. Every panel fits really nice, even all the chrome was good. I love the plates, very similar to what I've got on my classics from Frampton's, I think, in Sheffield. That's where I got mine from. Whether he got his from the same, I don't know, but yeah, really nice car, that MG. Used to own one of them many years ago. Mine was teal blue on a K72. Next to that's a little red Ferrari, 1985. I think it's a 308. I'm not sure because I'm not up to them on Ferraris. But I couldn't get a picture of it right at the back because it was right parked up against the bushes. But it had the nice twin cam or quadruple cam V8 in, 4 cams, 2 cams per head. and really well presented, smelt very warm. It just landed, and not was letting a bit of heat out, just letting people look at it, but very well presented engine bay. Just further down the line, there was this nice late model, I think it's 996 maybe, Carrera 2. I would like one of them. It looks really nice in silver as well, with the black wheels, although I'm not a lover of black wheels, but that does suit it. Just moving across the car park, this was a bit of a sleeper van, and initially I saw this on Facebook this morning. I thought it was an RS Turbo van, but it was a little bit different than what you think. So it had Citroen wheels on it, which I thought, oh, it's got a Citroen engine in, maybe, but it hasn't. It's got a Volvo Turbo in it, I believe. The guy had the bonnet up earlier on, but I missed out, unfortunately, of getting any footage, but I believe it's a bit of a handful. Next to this is this little Wolley 1500. I'm speaking to the owner of this. He'd not had it that long. He went to the corner house meeting and was after a classic car, and then the week after he bought this off somebody showing it. So it just goes to show you can buy cars at the shows, and probably have some really good owners who have cherished them. But it had a lovely beige interior. Colour two-tone was quite unusual. I think it was probably been all pale blue in the past, and somebody just put a bit of white on it to break it up, and it does suit it really well. But it was definitely a fully dark blue, light blue car. Next to that's Alan's MX-5. He's had that not so long. He normally comes in his RX-7. Then we've got this 83 XR3i in black. This is always at the shows. He's a classic Ford owner. He's got quite a few, I think. It's a very nice car. Yeah, but the MX-5 there, he's not had that long, Alan. But moving on, there's I think it's a Bermuda blue, I might be wrong, you'll probably correct me. Moggy Minor, 2-door, again, seen this many a time, 1969. Love the little car. And then this very early, I think it's a 62 Midget. I've seen this at Silverstone. I spoke to the owner. He has a little dog. He's a lovely old chap, and he's had it quite a while. But lovely dash, red leather dash, red leather seats, red leather car. I suppose I'm not sure it's got a red hood, and it'd be red on red on red. But again, a really early one. Sounded lovely, and yeah, nice, good plate on it as well. Next to that, it's a metallic red Chrysler Crossfire. You don't see these very often, and I quite like these. Bit of a brave man with the hood down in just over 0 degrees temperatures, but fair play to him. I suppose he's got a bit of wind deflection from the little screen in between the two seats, but yeah, good to see. I've not seen that one before here. And then next to this was a nice Mercedes SL. This was for sale, £8,000 the guy wanted, but he didn't have a number on it, so it was pointless in me zooming in. But quite a clean car. I think it's a 320 24 valve, so I don't know whether the 24 valve badge had just been stuck on or whether that's a genuine 24 valve. But there was 3 of these vehicles here, and oh sorry, it's a 300 SL, not 320. Yeah, and then there's Andy with his Quantum, and Steve looking for a cigarette lighter or something for a cigarette. But Andy rocked up in that. He loves these fiberglass. He doesn't have to worry about corrosion. The chassis is well protected, so he's happy days. There's Steve with his little yellow badge on. And then I went in my Sunbeam Sport, got quite a lot of attention. Give it a clean up yesterday. I had the boot up, or the engine bay up, just so everyone could see the new carbs I put on, and I'd clean the engine bay up slightly as well. Make it a bit more presentable, because I've been neglecting it and slightly, but never mind. And then here's the second of the SL. This is the 321. Both very similar blues, not the same, but very similar. That had the hard top on. This chap who owns this also has a silver Mercedes C-Class. It's absolutely immaculate. And I just said to him, where is it? And he said, oh, it's his tucked away nice and dry. This is his winter car, but he's waiting for some summer so he can get the roof down. Beautiful car, as was the second or the third one, the blue one. I don't know what engine was in this because it was debadged at the rear, but again, both lovely looking cars. A couple of little dents just near the driver's door handle on that one, but they're a stunning thing, and probably quite good value for money now. It's probably a good time to buy them because big engines, nobody wants them, but they're a well-built German vehicle. So yeah, that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.